Happy holidays, LC heads. I figured we would take this opportunity to talk about the history of Last Cloudia and Cheeseball Christmas characters, right? Now, I've only had Melee for a day, right? Haven't really had a chance to see what she can fully do. But the other Christmas characters that Last Cloudia has been feeding us for the past couple of years have definitely been some powerful cheeseball characters. We can start by talking about Saintly Theria. She was, I don't have her, I'd bring her up right now. She was the highest light damage in the game when she came out, because if you gave her Maja's Wand, 30% more to light magic damage, she was just hitting like no other. And of course, you know, she was a limited Christmas character. She even has her little black dress. I think it's still up right now. Let's see. Here it is, right? Costume changes to black. I'm glad that they did that. That way a Christmas character isn't as monotonous to look at, look at the rest of the year. But dark magic damage plus 20% and chance to greatly cut mind and deal damage. So that's pretty cool, especially the cut mind and, dark magic damage plus 20%. That is pretty freaking awesome. The Saintly coat was the only item that they came out for her, which is why this coat by itself cost 50 credentials. Now, I never pulled Saintly Theria. I didn't. She is the one that got away. Even on my old account when she first dropped. Right? But she was definitely powerful. Hands down. Right? Totally a cheeseball character with light magic damage for sure. Right? And then after that, we had Lilibet. And that is when things really started heating up. Saintly Lilibet is just an effing beast. She is the best basic attack character in the game. I don't think anybody's going to argue that with me because, well, this girl right here is just off the freaking chain. She was broken, and I honestly didn't think that they were going to let us keep her in her configuration. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can spam her S1 and her basic attack to cut out most of her basic attack animation. So you'll hit your basic attack and then you'll tap the S1. You have to be positioned somewhere where hitting the S1 makes her want to run. But if you can do that and you can tap S1 and attack, she will just have a never-ending stream of basic attacks. It's like a freaking machine gun, right? So this girl absolutely loves killers, absolutely loves having an amazing basic attack. It is literally like a freaking machine gun, especially if you get really good at spamming it. I mean, it does take its own little skill set to do, but people that are really good at it, they can work wonders with this character, and I've always thought she was cool and unique just because of that. And like I said, when it first came to light that this was a thing with her, I didn't think they were going to leave that. And they did. They were just like, you know what, we'll let them have it. So Saintly Lilibet might just still be one of the strongest Christmas characters. I don't know. It all depends on, what Melee is putting out, right? But I was kind of hoping that for the masses, especially the new players that have been coming over to Last Cloudia, I was kind of hoping they would have some sort of select ticket here, so you could at least go in and either choose Saintly Lilibet or Theria. Now, personally for me, I would choose Saintly Lilibet every time. Just IMO. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you would choose Saintly Theria over her. Right, but I just think Lilibet has always been so powerful because of that. And we haven't really had any other characters that are taking the basic attack to where this character is. Right, the rest of her skills are not weak by any means, right? And she has a way of cutting enemies' ice resistance with her special. So she has just been awesome. I still put her in a party once in a while, especially when I need to do ice damage. And I'll start spamming that basic attack combo of hers. It is really, really good. And it's really fun when you can get away with it, when you can get it just right. It works wonders. It's really cool, right? And the rest of her kit is not weak by any means. The S3, the Christmas Cannon, is no joke. Does great damage. The S2 is great crowd control. When she gets bum rushed and she can put up her S2, it's like these little snowmen that come out and they make kind of like a wall in front of her. So I dig that. So yeah, Saintly Lilibet, for anybody that's wondering, she is definitely a super powerful hero. And then of course now we have Melee. Let me just give you guys a peek at what my Melee's doing right now. We do have her at 78 SC. Definitely work in progress. I need to unlock the rest of her kit. So I wasn't sure if they were going to let Saintly Melee have some sort of cheeseball mechanic like that, where, I mean, obviously, I don't see anything where you can do something with Saintly Melee like you could with Saintly Lilibet, where, you know, you can kind of spam some of her skills. Now, she's only been out for a day, right? I already see a bunch of crazy stuff this girl can do, like literally give somebody 8,000 more to their damage cap as long as they are doing an element, as long as they're not non-elemental. So pretty much just about everyone in the game, except for a few, I believe. And she also can give damage reduction, right? Just any buff that she can give to herself, she can give to somebody else. Just think about that. A Ruto with another 20% less damage taken, and not just physical damage, not like non-discriminatory damage, right? The 20% damage that she's giving is universal. It doesn't matter if it's magic or physical damage. You can do a lot with just that alone, right? And she can also debuff the enemy with that as well. It's like doubling the effect. So that in its own way is cheesy as hell, right? I'm sure we will see it being applied all over the place, especially when you want your other characters to do as much damage as possible. Yeah, you're going to bring Saintly Melee, give that other character her present, so they're doing more damage cap with whatever element they're doing. And then she's going to use her S3 to give the enemy a debuff where they're taking more damage cap, right? And of course, she's not just limited to that. You can stack both of the gifts up at the same time on her. So I'm assuming you can stack both of her gifts up on any of your other heroes. You just have to play it out. I also like that Saintly Melee, she does rock an axe. So they kind of changed that a little bit. I dig her with the scythe. I'm like, yeah, I could have sworn. Wasn't she like rocking swords or something? Yeah, she was. She was. Obviously, when Melee got into the Christmas spirit, she just threw her swords down into the ground somewhere and was like, I'll come back to the scissor blades. And she ended up with some kind of Christmas scythe. Thing is very cool. I dig the whole aesthetic of her. I really like her. Just the way she looks. So, I don't know. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Who was the strongest Christmas character? Because I'll be honest with you, it's kind of hard to outdo Saintly Lilibet. Just in my opinion, she is so freaking cheeseball worthy. And, you know, Saintly Lilibet, she has some pretty awesome support built in herself. Now, yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know if you would take Saintly Melee over Saintly Lilibet. I guess time will tell, and it will be soon, because everybody is rocking Saintly Melee right now, trying to figure out exactly what she can do, exactly what she's capable of. The present thing alone is pretty freaking awesome, right? Like, no matter how you want to look at it. So, the other thing I'm working on right now is getting the accessory, that dropped with her arc. I think that thing's really nice. It's going to be able to save. It's going to be able to save you a lot of time, buffing and debuffing. Well, buffing your heroes and debuffing the enemy. All right, we have all these time trials and stuff like that. Let's see, where is that arc? I honestly think... oh, these things are usually backwards for me. Where is that damn arc that I actually need to level up? There it is. This thing right here, the Yulmare boot, it's an accessory. Actually, I cannot wait to put this on pretty much any healer or any support character that I'm running. I'm actually thinking about putting it on Gen, right? It gives intelligence, and for someone like Gen, he can use 50 more MP and some mind and some intelligence. Not a bad accessory for him to have. And when the battle starts, there's a high chance of all enemies' strength, defense, intelligence, or mind minus 20%, and all allies' strength, defense, intelligence, or mind plus 20%. Or, yeah, I don't know how. I actually have to get this thing and test it out, because the way that it's written out, high chance for all enemy strength, defense, intelligence, or mind. So I don't know. It kind of makes it look like it's strength, defense, and then intelligence or mind. I don't know. Or if it's just going to be one of those that it's giving the debuff to. But this is still a very cool way to potentially get buffs and debuffs to go off as soon as the fight starts without you actually having to cast those, right? And instead you can be casting other things that are breaking elemental resistance. And I think that with some of these time trials, some of these little boss things that we have to fight where you're fighting against the clock, right? Now you don't have to waste any time pursuing these buffs and breaks. You can go straight to different ones. For just an accessory slot that you can throw on a hero. I think this thing's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to throw the Etherion onto it, and we're going to have to see what this thing can do. I see some promise in here, right? So, yeah, this is where Last Cloudia Christmas is right now. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the Christmas trifecta, the 3 Christmas characters that we have right now, and let me know which one you think is strongest, because man, I know Lilibet's she's a year old or so, but she is still very, very, very powerful. I don't know. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next one. Later, everybody.